These past few weeks, I've been taking breaks from ML and been playing HOK a lot. And it's kind of refreshing to something new. Like new heroes, new mechanics, new items. But the core gameplay is same as before. You kill enemies to destroy their towers, which leads to you winning the game. Plus, you get the same feeling of killing yourself when you are trying to get to the new rank, but the matchmaking says, no, 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 not today, you piece of. Sorry about that, but keeping all that aside, I want to talk about some of the heroes that I feel are very fun to play in HOK. I don't know about whether they are meta or not, maybe they are, I don't know, but this is just my opinion on how fun they are while playing. I'll be talking about one hero from each lane, so now without further ado, let's jump to the main content. Now let's start from my favorite lane, farm lane, aka marksman lane, and the hero that I think the most fun to play is Marco Polo. He has mobility, he can burst, and the thing I like most about this hero is that I can shred even tanky enemies without any defense reduction items because of its passive. Also, watching the clips you can already say that it is the combination of Granger and Claude, or if you are an OG player it is literally cleaned before they got sued and they had to revamp. But there are some difference in the skill description. So now let's talk about his skill starting from his passive chain reaction, where he places his stack known as destruction in each basic attack, and after 10 stacks he can deal true damage and recovers energy. His first skill, Resplendent Revolver, is same as Granger, where it fires 5 bullets in a straight line, but unlike Granger, the number of bullets fired can increase based on your attack speed. So more attack speed equals more bullets and more damage, and it also increases your movement speed. His second skill, Roaming Gun, is a dash skill which allows you to increase your movement speed and also increase your damage if there are enemies nearby. His alt, Fevered Barrage, is so fun to use. It teleports you into the target location and fires 12 bullets at nearby enemies, which can also increase based on your attack speed. But the thing is, you should be careful cause this alt can be cancelled with CC or if you do a basic attack in the middle of alt. And also, you can't control the direction of your alt like Claude. So you have to practice to know when to go in, and I once again repeat, do not use basic attack in the middle of alt, which I know you'll do when you play Marco Polo for the first time. One honorable mention I would like to include in this lane is Alicio with his multiple jumps. I almost put this hero on number 1 fun hero in farm lane, but I just feel like that Marco Polo is much more fun. And now let's move on to the mid lane. There are so many fun heroes in mid lane to be honest, and I just couldn't pick one, but after a very long and profound thought, I thought of putting Mai Shiranui as the most fun hero. The main reason I put her here is her very, very, very big, huge chain CC combos. See, he couldn't even move because of her huge CC combos. Her passive is a dash which is also a huge knockback CC and also gives movement speed. Her skill 1 is also a dash but is also a huge AoE airborne CC. Her skill 2 is a huge poke skill with huge 90% slow and defense reduction. Her ult is also a huge knockback with enemy physical attack reduction. And one of the thing is every skill of her has a huge base damage. So because of these huge reasons, I think Mai is one of the most fun hero. Some honorable mentions include Milady and Sangwon. They also are very fun to play. And now I'll stop saying huge and move on to the next lane, which is class lane. There are many class laners that can be very tanky and looks unkillable, which makes a lot of heroes very fun. But for me, after a lot of thoughts, the hero that I think is most fun is mine. She can have a lot of CC along with great mobility and multiple combos. And most importantly, she does this.
Good one.
See, it's a little thinky when she is dead. Are you not convinced to play her? I've seen people playing her doing these huge, long, wacky combos, and it's just pure joy playing her. Her passive is very simple. When she is out of combat, she recovers energy fast and she recovers HP as well. It's just that simple. Unlike her passive, which is very easy, her skills are a bit confusing at first. Her skill 1 is a dash and pulls enemies closer. Her skill 2 is also a dash which has CC immunity, damage reduction and health recovery. Her ult increases movement speed, increases her strength and gives extra stack for those combos. Her skill 1 and 2 has 2 phase which can be combined to do some very wacky combos. Her basic combos include 1-1 which does a AoE knockoff and deals a lot of damage, 1-2 which pulls enemies closer and does a barrage of damage and recovers HP, 2-2 which also helps to recover HP and gives damage reduction and CC immunity, 2-1 which allows you to teleport behind enemies and kick them back. You can combine all these skills to do some very wacky combos. Matter of fact, she can have a whole long video describing her combos only. But for now, I'll just say that she is a very fun hero to play and you should try her as well. Now let's talk about roamers. And for roamers, I didn't have to think for a sec. I just knew that for roaming, I think it has to be Zhang Fei. You can inflict so much slow, has a very good CC to initiate team fights, and his enhanced form is sometimes unkillable. And the most important thing is his shield. OMG, his freaking shield. He can give his team so much shield that the whole team becomes almost unkillable. Let's talk about his skills. His passive allows you to accumulate this madness which can help you get your ult. His skill 1 knocks back enemies which is a great skill for peeling. His skill 2 lives at a location giving shield to you and your allies nearby. His ult allows him to turn into this beast of a man, giving him shield and giving stun, knockback and slow towards enemies. And also during ult he can enhance his skill 1 and 2 which can help you knock up enemies as well. I think he is a perfect hero for roaming. He can tank a lot, he can give a lot of shield and has a very good CC as well. And overall, I think he is a very fun hero to play as well. And now finally, jungling. Before anything, I have to be honest with you guys and say that jungling is not my cup of tea. And I'll say upfront that I haven't played the jungle heroes a lot, but I have played each hero at least once to know what they can do. So from that, the one hero that I think the most fun is Levi. He can go in and out easily with his skill and has a great burst potential. He is a very slippery hero to catch, plus you can have a lot of outplay potential because of his immunity during ult. Let's talk about his skills. His passive allows you to gain these stacks which can be accumulated using your basic attack or skills, and after max stack he gains extra physical attack and can use his ult as well. His skill 1 allows you to dash 3 times, where first to dash allows you to stun enemies hit by this skill, and his third dash allows you to return to your start of the original location from where you dashed. His skill 2 is a AoE damage skill where the enemies at the edge takes more damage and it reduces their movement speed and physical defense as well. His ult allows him to slash towards a fan-shaped area while being untargetable, and also it removes debuffs as well. His playstyle almost reminds me of Hayabusa, to be honest. You just go in with your dash, do some damage and just poof, get away easily. But you have to be careful because he is quite squishy, to be honest. And if he mistimes his dash, he can be punished quite hard. But overall, I really love this hero because of its mobility and burst capability. So these are some of the heroes that I think are very fun to play in HOK. You may have noticed that I like heroes with mobility which can help them go in and out of teamfights with a great burst potential as well. But you might like heroes which can brawl, or you might like heroes which can stay at a safety stance. Everyone has a different taste and playstyle, so feel free to play your favorite heroes. For now, I'll end this video right here and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Victory!